even though none of us were together.
Yeah, it worked out.
I enjoy the most when
It
you're
worked out
around,
all right.
So it worked out fine.
What'd you say? Sorry, I lagged.
No, it's okay. I said I enjoy it the most when you're not around, so it worked out fine.
Here's what happened last time on Incredible.
I'm sorry, I lagged again. What'd you say?
I hate you.
Really? Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so what we'll do.
You're the reason why I drink out of red Solo cups when we broadcast.
Right, I'm the reason.
It's all your fault.
Okay.
I'm pasting in your message into the chat.
Oh, thanks.
I'm getting.
I assumed you guys want to talk about Black Panther, right?
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down.
You didn't see.
So I did not. So I'll stay on during the spoiler-free version, and then I'll just mute the headphones because I don't.
Well, I was gonna say, do we want to just do spoiler-free today?
Well, I mean, I feel like I kind of did spoiler-free last week, so.
Oh, that's true. That's
true. No, I would go ahead and do a spoiler version. It's okay.
We can just wait and do it next week or something. If you want. It's not the end of the world.
No, because the movie's already been out for a week.
Yeah, but it's still at top of the box office. It'll be there forever.
Go ahead and do that. Okay. It's cool. It's cool.
I gotta get Brittany to mute her ears.
Somehow I'll find some way to
not to pay attention.
Right.
You'll actually really like Black Panther, I think.
No, I do think I will like it, but
why don't you just record you saying something for the end of well, I literally didn't listen to any of that because I didn't watch the movie and I don't care. Goodbye. Just that's it.
Like I said, I'll stay on, I'll just mute the microphone and then I'll keep track of time and then you guys can message me once we're done.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Here's what happened last time on Incredible Critics.
The rabbits were trying to get the food because the mean old neighbor didn't let them, and they poisoned the old neighbor, and it fell down. And then the animals got, and then that truck took it away, and then they had a party.
Okay, so they had a party because then what happened?
And then a new neighbor came and got the house.
No spoiler warning for that.
Peter Rabbit.
For Peter Rabbit.
I left the review with more questions than answers. So
we are the Incredible Critics. Incredible not because we're great, but because that almost kindergartner has more credibility than us. I am Ben Franco. This week we are going to be talking about the Oscars and going through our picks for some Oscars. And then we are going to talk about Black Panther, a spoiler-free version, and then a full-on spoiler version. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I will even be dropping off. So who knows what's going to be said during that part. But, of course, joining me as always is Tim Gruber.
Yo, yo, yo.
And Frankie Fusco.
Hey, Ben. We will mostly just be talking smack on you while you're not listening.
I would actually love that, to not see the movie because it's going to take me a while and then come back to this episode to hear what you guys said. And it's just making fun of me the whole time. I wouldn't even be mad.
Well, that ruins it.
You shouldn't have said anything, Frankie. Right? Why did you blow the plan?
What have you guys been up to this week?
Chilling like a villain.
Nice.
I went. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No, I'm sorry. No, you talk.
No. You.
Frankie, you've been shaving your face, bro.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
I gave up my beard for Lent.
No.
Yeah.
that's not even against the Lord. I mean, Leviticus is all about keeping your beard and growing out your temple hair and stuff.
And I'm not even Catholic, so I mean, it's really just messed up.
Oh, it's like several levels.
No, I know my wife hates it. She's a huge fan of facial hair,
but isn't she not there?
Yeah, she's not here, so that's why I did it. To be honest with you. But it just happened to fall in time with Lent, and I was like, I guess I'm getting rid of this and that's the excuse I gave her when I see her on the weekends.
I assumed that it was for the new job, but it was really just because your wife wasn't around.
Yeah, I like hate having facial hair. I really do. It's very hard to maintain. It doesn't grow. I don't grow that well with facial hair, so I'm very patchy. So to me, it just looks dumb. But but she gets real mad when I don't shave it, and she's in charge. So, when I do shave it, so that's why I keep it. But then now that I'm not with her 5 days a week, it's kind of like, well, I'm just gonna shave my face and enjoy it.
You heard it here first, everybody.
Husbandhood at its finest.
Yeah, right. So last week I had off, and we just did a little staycation, and we worked on getting Noelle schedule trained.
Ooh.
So yeah, see, Tim knows what's up.
Does she take a lunch at a different hour now? Does she come in earlier? How does that work?
It's mostly like sleep training, right?
Yeah, it's just mostly sleep training and getting her just on a schedule so she's taking naps at the same time and whatnot. Yeah. I've never been so exhausted going back to work from vacation.
That's what it is, but in the long run, it's worth it.
Yeah. But man, I went back to work today. I was so tired.
Hear me out. I thought about you today because I was listening to a podcast.
You think about me every day, don't
I
you?
I do. Mostly because I have one of those photo things that hang from my review mirror, and you're in all three of the photos. So. What? All different pictures of us.
And your wife is not.
No, she's not there. No. But
she knows her place.
Exactly. I was listening to a podcast, and it was Ashton Kutcher was on it, and he was talking about how he sleep trained his kids. And apparently the second one, they invested in this thing called a Snoo Smart Sleeper. SNOO.
Were you listening to the Armchair Expert?
I was, yes. Did you
Boom. Yes.
Wow, I'm impressed that we have the same taste in something. I guess we became friends somehow. So I looked into it. It's only
it's like $1,500, I think.
Oh my
goodness.
It's
like $1,100.
What is it? A robot?
It apparently it sways back and forth and forward and back and kind of like and it does it more as the louder the baby cries.
Tim, do you know the guy that made the book with like the 5 S's? So like sway, swaddle,
I
shush,
think so.
blah blah blah. Yeah. He pretty much came out with.
He invented a robot that does the book.
He invented a crib that does that based on the volume of the baby. So as they cry,
oh my goodness,
it'll do that more aggressively until it reaches a certain point when it's like, okay, no, the baby really needs to be asleep.
I think I need one of those.
Awake,
like when I have a real bad week.
Just for life. You know? Interestingly enough, Ford also has a prototype for a crib that mimics riding in a car.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, I know some parents who would love that thing.
Yeah. Yes, it has like lights along the side that mimic like the pattern of streetlights passing.
Whoa.
And you can connect it to an app that'll actually map your route, so that'll attempt to, I don't know, try to mimic it. Yeah, I don't know.
Hear me out. You probably don't understand that, Frankie, but
well, I fall asleep in cars pretty often.
So. And while driving.
Most of the time while driving.
Yeah.
But, no, I think that's a great idea, but I have a better idea.
It's not.
I don't know if we can copyright this at all. Maybe before I should say it because it's
not a copyright.
A trademark. All rights reserved.
Can we trademark this? Can we get if someone comes out with this? It's on the record. We talked about it here first.
It doesn't work like
Uber for babies. So you want your baby to go to sleep? You call an Uber. He comes, drives your baby around until he falls asleep.
What?
Only somebody without a kid would think that that's even remotely a good idea.
Sounds like a great idea.
No, it's terrible.
And you get time without the baby, right? You can do stuff around the house, whatever. Have some quality time with your wife.
Frankie, they have that. There's like 1,000 babysitter apps.
No, not a babysitter. This one strictly just drives.
No. See, the thing is, this would have the same background checks as actual Uber.
Yeah, so perfectly.
So you knew that it.
Wait a
perfect. All right.
For all those concerned, I am an Uber driver. So.
Oh no.
Great background checks.
All right, well, let's get into it. We wanted to go through our picks for the Oscars. I chose 10 categories, the ones that we care about and the ones that more people care about than most, not one of those lame ones. We're looking at
what
you.
If we don't care about the Oscars.
We're still going to do picks.
Okay.
But we're looking at you, documentary short. Why? So we're not going through that. We're going to go through 10 picks and just see who gets the most right. We're going to rattle through these kind of quickly. I'm going to start with obviously, of course, the one that is probably lowest. So we'll end on Best Picture. So we'll start with visual effects. Nominees are Blade Runner 2049, Guardians of the Galaxy. Wait, why are there only 2 there? That's can't be
true.
right.
That's not true.
That's not true. There's more for that.
War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
Kong Skull Island.
There we go.
And Star Wars The Last Jedi.
There we go. All right, Frankie, what is your pick? Winner for visual effects?
Hands down, winner for visual effects is going to be Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Tim?
I'm going to go with the obvious answer of War for the Planet of the Apes.
I'm also going with War for the Planet of the Apes.
What do you guys know?
Dun 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 dun. No, hey, I did see there's a pretty awesome. We'll probably post it this week. Kind of like what's the word? Visual effects. Mm-hmm. My brain just farted. It's like a breakdown of from Star Wars, which is really cool of how they film some of the stuff in space when they're in different ships and kind of layering in the whole space battle kind of stuff near the beginning of the movie. Really cool, but. Those apes, though.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah. So Frankie's wrong on that one. Next, we have original score: Dunkirk, Phantom Thread, The Shape of Water, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Tim, what's your pick?
Oh, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
Now, but you know what? I've only heard music from 2 of these, and so I'm gonna say The Shape of Water for original score.
Okay, Frankie.
I have listened to all of these soundtracks multiple times.
He did his research, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
I am going to go with The Shape of Water.
I have only heard 2 of these. I'm gonna go out on a limb. You guys are probably right. I'm gonna go with Dunkirk. Because I love me some Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer, though.
Yeah.
And look, that's the thing with like Star Wars on that one. Like, let's just be real. It was just more Star Wars.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't like mind blowing. No. Yeah.
John Williams is doing the same music for the last 30 years.
And made a buck or 2 off of it. Next up, we have film editing: Baby Driver, Dunkirk, I, Tonya, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
So what's yours? What's yours, Ben?
I'm going with Baby Driver.
I'm gonna have to go Baby Driver too. And I mean, yeah, it's just that editing though.
I think it's made for that category.
Yeah.
I am also going to go Baby Driver. I think it's a pretty solid win.
3 for 3, and we'll probably all be wrong. These, by the way, are totally uneducated Oscar picks.
Look, all I hope is that some listener out there is taking a note down of what our picks are so they can tell us how wrong we were.
Somebody get on that. I'm guessing our VIP listener, Andrew Moore. Next, animated feature: The Boss Baby, The Breadwinner, Coco, Ferdinand, and Loving Vincent. Frankie, what's your pick?
I'm going to go with Coco.
Yeah, I think this will probably be 3 for 3. Tim?
Yeah, I didn't see Coco, but I haven't heard any bad thing about Coco at all. It's all good things. So it's probably Coco.
And yeah, Coco. I mean, it's Pixar. It's gonna be Coco.
It's definitely not The Boss Baby. I'll tell you right now.
Definitely not Boss Baby.
You can listen to a few episodes ago to that one.
Right.
If it's The Boss Baby, I quit the Academy Awards.
You already did that.
You can't
I
quit
did.
the academy. You're not in the academy.
I am not going to join the academy when I have the opportunity to.
Next up, we have Best Director. Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk, Jordan Peele for Get Out, Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird, Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread, Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water. Tim.
I'm gonna hope it's Jordan Peele for Get Out. But
what are you gonna pick? Are you picking that?
I'm gonna pick it. I'm gonna pick it. I'm going for it. I'm going out on a limb.
That's like if this were Vegas. I wonder if there are odds.
What are
Frank,
the odds?
You should look up odds betting on the Oscars. Because I bet you that Jordan Peele is probably last.
Yeah, I mean he might be. Because Guillermo already got a Golden Globe, right?
Right.
Yeah. It's. I'm sure that there's also odds for stuff that wins a Golden Globe and then also wins the Oscar for the same thing.
Probably.
And I'm sure it's pretty high.
Probably.
But I'm just going out for it.
Okay. All right. I respect that. I'm hoping for Christopher Nolan, as we all know, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water. And Frankie, what is your pick?
I am hoping the same as Tim. I'm hoping for Get Out. I'd also really like to see Lady Bird win, but I think it's going to be Shape of Water.
Or like I said, as I've been saying, Shape of Water.
Water
Ice. I'm trying to find different bets for it. I think. Let me see.
You gotta go on the dark web for that.
Yeah, right.
Oddschecker.com.
Odds checker. I don't know enough about bets to be able to read it really well. I think it's a 40-1 bet for Jordan Peele, but Paul Thomas Anderson is below him with 66.
Well, but come on, really? I really feel like that is only nominated because it's supposedly what's his name's last movie.
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to judge it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it kind of does seem like that. All right, next, supporting actress Mary J. Blige for Mudbound, Allison Janney for I, Tonya, Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread, Laura Metcalf for Lady Bird, or Octavia Spencer for The Shape of Water. Frankie, what's your pick?
Well, this is a tough one. I'm going to give it to Allison Janney for I, Tonya.
Okay. Tim.
I'm going to pick something different, even though I have not seen most of these. And I'll pick Mary J. Blige.
Oh.
Has she acted in anything before?
No.
Okay. Well,
I don't believe so, at least.
Well, I already made my pick, and I can't take it back.
Well, there you go. I'm going to go with Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird. Next, we have supporting actor William Dafoe for The Florida Project, Woody Harrelson for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water, Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World, or as I like to call it, Screw You to Kevin Spacey, and Sam Rockwell for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I'm going to go with this one. I think it's a long shot. Oh, what am I doing here? I'm going to say William Dafoe for The Florida Project.
What about Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe, my bad.
Got it. Got him.
Got him.
I want Christopher Plummer.
Right. Yeah, I think
it's not going to happen. He's just nominated, like you said.
They're 25-1 odds that Christopher Plummer won.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Which is really bad.
You know why? I'm just going to go with Sam Rockwell because I want to see him back as Justin Hammer in another Iron Man movie. Who's with me?
I'm going to go with the upset and say Christopher Plummer.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
All right. There we go. Let's see.
Academy saying big, you stink to Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. All right, lead actress Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water. Frances McDormand, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Margot Robbie for I, Tonya. Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird, and Meryl Streep for The Post. Because can't have a good Oscar year without Meryl Streep getting a nomination. Tim, what's your pick?
I pick Sadness because Meryl Streep's probably not going to be in the Mamma Mia sequel.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
She is.
Is she? I thought she dies or something. Man.
No, they show her.
They did show her in the trailer.
Might be flashbacks, but
well, maybe. Okay.
Mamma Mia, here we go again.
No. Oh no.
My. How could I resist you?
Stop it. What have I done? I've created a monster.
But nobody wants that.
Oh no. That's a different, not even ABBA. All right. I'm just gonna go with the 3 Billboards lady.
Frances McDormand.
I feel like the one people are gonna pick.
Yeah, Frankie, what's your pick?
I'm going with Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water.
I'm also going with Frances McDormand. I think 3 Billboards. 3 Billboards. Well, we'll see when we get to the Best Picture. 3 Billboards is an interesting one. Next, lead actor Timothée Chalamet for Call Me by Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out, Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour, or Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel, Esquire. What are your picks? We'll start with Frankie.
I am going to go with Daniel Day-Lewis for the Phantom Thread.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm saying no. That was a horrible choice.
Oh no! Last movie, I think they're going to give it to him.
Oh, okay. No, I think Gary Oldman, hands down, a shoo-in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he's always a good pick. Gary Oldman's one of those people that just plays so many different roles and is so good in every single one of them.
He played a cooler historical figure than Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm just saying.
He definitely did. Gary Oldman is the favorite right now to win, per the betting odds.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gary Oldman. I mean, just because I love
is at the bottom.
Yeah, I was gonna guess that. Lastly, the big winner, the big one, Best Picture: Call Me by Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water, or 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I'll go ahead and start. No surprise that I want Dunkirk to win.
Uh-oh.
But I'm going to go with The Shape of Water. Frankie?
I really... Something tells me that 3 Billboards is going to win this and like a weird upset. But I'm going to pick The Shape of Water because I really think they're going to sweep the Oscars this year. I think that's going to be the surprise sweep that no one was kind of foreseeing. So I'm going to go to Shape of Water.
Tim?
I'm going to go with Black Panther. I'm just kidding.
Next year.
No. This is this year's Oscars.
This year. Oh, right. I'm going Shape of Water, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I wish I picked Dunkirk.
It's definitely not The Post.
Definitely
I think The Post was just nominated because of trying to bolster, the media. Yeah. Get your tinfoil hats out, boys. I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Meryl, you can't go wrong with Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks. Like, that's not a bad pick.
I'm not gonna lie though, I'm kind of done with like movies about the Nixon era, everything.
Yeah.
The market is oversaturated. Let's pick a different era to feature the newspapers.
Yeah,
maybe a Kennedy era. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe tons of those. I think it's slowly moving its way down. Give it 10 more years, we'll see like the first Bush administration.
Right?
Clinton, the 90s. It'll all be about that.
Well, next, let's get into it and discuss Black Panther, if I can ever get the trailer to load.
Doing it live. We'll do it live, Ben. Don't worry about it.
We'll keep it in there. I don't care.
We'll do it live.
Stupid thing sucks. Why don't I?
I remember my first podcast, Ben.
You guys don't know how much pressure it is, man. All this pressure, you guys don't have to do anything of it.
Would you
guys
say
just get to sit back?
Would you say the pressure
relax.
was pushing down on you?
I
Pressure.
would.
Pushing down on me. So
Yeah,
can
I'm
we
gonna
just
have
talk
to
about
say
how Annihilation is going to be on Netflix before I would ever have a chance to see it in theaters?
Oh, I saw it in theaters. It was pretty awesome.
I want to see it so much.
I saw it on Thursday.
I can't wait to see it. I'm really looking forward to it.
It was good. I didn't know there were books, so I mean, maybe the books were really, really good. It was definitely interesting. I think both of you will really enjoy it. It's definitely cool. I thought it was gonna be a little bit scarier than it was, but it wasn't.
All right, well, let's get into our discussion of Black Panther.
You're telling me that the king of a third world country runs around in a bulletproof cat suit? Why don't you ask him yourself? Because he's right outside. Bingo.
My king,
Stop it.
the Black Panther lives.
All right, like I said, I have not seen Black Panther, but Tim and Frankie have. So, guys, what did you think of Black Panther?
Yes. Yes.
So that's Tim's review, Frankie.
That was my 2-word review.
I thought it was amazing.
And you care to elaborate?
Here we go.
Either
That's
of
all
you?
we got. All we got is yeah, and amazing. It's left us speechless.
Literally, Tim's children gave better reviews for Peter Rabbit.
I said a little bit of it last week that to me it's in the top 5 Marvel movies of all time.
So what else ranks up there for you? You said top 5.
Did we ever go over these? I think I did this with Tim. Definitely Captain America. The second Captain America movie.
Winter Soldier.
Winter
Can't
Soldier.
remember the names. Get out.
Sorry, my bad. Winter Soldier. I'd also say Civil War is up there in the top 3. The first Avengers movie, and probably the first Iron Man.
Okay.
And then rounding out there, Spider-Man. So it's taking the place of one of those 5. I'm just not sure which one.
Sure. So, Tim, what were your thoughts since Frankie kind of went over it last week?
Yeah, I mean, pretty similar thoughts. It's honestly they do a great job of, I think, balancing the fact that there's going to be people going into this that have no idea who Black Panther is, just that he's going to be a really cool superhero, just that he's a king, just stuff you'd see in the trailers, kind of balancing like that with the nerdy stuff, that all the comic book nerds would really be into. Overall, yeah, really, really awesome movie. I would probably put it close to, the top 5 for me as well. It really was that good. I think there's a lot you could take away from this, and there's a lot of little parts that were definitely better than some of the best Marvel movies, for sure.
Okay, what else ranks in that top 5 for you, Tim? Like, if you were to take just a few movies and put them in that top 5, what would be your top 5? No particular order. Just throw out a couple.
It might be almost the same as Frankie's. Definitely the first Iron Man in there.
Okay,
it holds up,
sure.
Which is weird to say, but it's a 10-year-old superhero movie. And then I would definitely say a Homecoming, Winter Soldier, Civil War. I think those are pretty much, and then maybe Guardians, the first Guardians. So,
yeah.
Again, I think it's like Frankie said. I think it takes a place of one of those. I don't know.
I mean, mine would probably be The Dark Knight, then Batman Begins, then The Dark Knight Rises, then Unbreakable.
No,
and
stop
then, what would be the 5th one?
If you say Hancock, you are getting kicked off right now.
Fair enough. Anything else you guys want to say before kicking it over into spoilers?
I mean, I'll say again, overall, it was a great balance. There was not, going to this movie as like the pastiest white person on the planet. Probably. My wife would probably attest to that. That my skin is reflective. It's so white. I would say
that's your superhero power.
Yeah. It was just such a great film. Just overall from start to finish. There was no time where, there was no time when I was sitting there like, just contemplating the movie. There was enough action, enough the pacing I think was really great. There wasn't any time going into it where I was like trying to, sitting there realizing that I was thinking about the movie instead of just watching it, which there's been some recent superhero movies that have been out that I've done that. Some recent other movies too. But no, overall it was awesome.
I definitely agree. I think that, there in the after there was a little bit of backlash on it, that it had some like hidden political, tones and people were arguing about different parts of it. But I feel like I catch those things when I see them, and I didn't catch them in this movie in my first viewing. Like I was I was enthralled in the movie, and I couldn't, the storyline and the visual effects and everything. It took me away. I didn't have time to sit there and contemplate any kind of like undertones or anything like that, and I really enjoyed it for that reason.
All right, without further ado, guys, go ahead, full spoilers, talk about whatever you want about Panther, and just wave like crazy once you're done.
Okay,
sounds good.
Bye, Ben.
Goodbye, Ben. And now Ben's gone, and we can make fun of him all we want.
So who lifted who in the Olympics? Was it you that lifted Ben?
Yeah, it was me. I did the lifting because I've been lifting.
That's what I thought. I thought because I keep getting those Snapchats of the crazy gym. So
this is what it is. This is what it is.
Has he packed on a few pounds since college?
Look, I don't want to.
I mean, I have. So I'll admit it. I definitely know.
But let's talk about Black Panther.
Okay. All right. Black Panther. So
I just realized he's gonna have to edit this. Ugh, great. I quit.
No, I think he's just gonna leave.
That's true. That's true.
Because he doesn't want to listen to it. What was your favorite part of Black Panther?
Oh man,
just like the kids
there was so much good in this movie. I really enjoyed Gollum's character. I just lost his Andy Serkis. I really enjoyed him as a super crazy villain. You know what I mean? Like he does really crazy. He did Gollum in Lord of the Rings. He was just a total crazy. I didn't even realize
that was him.
Well, yeah, right. And then he's like amazing in Planet of the Apes. And then he's like a kind of evil dude in Star Wars that doesn't get a lot of screen time, but he was just a total nut job. You know what I mean? He was just totally nuts, and like a funny way, in like a fun and crazy way. The part where he's like, where what's his name? The CIA guy is like, all right, well, I don't want a link to your SoundCloud or anything. Let's just do this deal. And he's like, I have a SoundCloud. I do. Get him the link. Get him the link to my SoundCloud. I have a mixtape album on SoundCloud.
The other dude from Lord of the Rings. So yeah.
Yeah, right. Right. And it was that was hilarious. And he's just crazy. And I'm just kind of like, I want him in more movies. And I don't think it's gonna happen.
I mean, he keeps getting in more and more, so I don't see why not.
I want Ulysses Claw in more Marvel movies, is what I mean.
No, that's not gonna happen because he's dead.
Because he did.
So, he died.
So that was disappointing, but how did you feel about the kind of the unrolling? We kind of knew going into the movie that Michael B. Jordan was a bad guy or the bad guy, right?
Right.
But how did you feel about kind of the unveiling of his story?
Yeah, I loved it. I really did.
Yeah.
It was probably my favorite part of the movie for me, Michael B. Jordan's acting, and then also that kind of twist where he kills who the guy we were just talking about, Gollum. Yeah,
Claw. Yeah.
Claw, yeah. So he kills Claw, like, and he kind of like, like this is crazy. I didn't see this coming at all, actually. So
yeah, right.
This is interesting. And it kind of the movie took a whole nother spin. Like, from the second act, so it was nuts, and I thought that was awesome. Anytime that I don't see something coming in a Marvel movie, and I'm pretty good at predicting what's going to happen in a lot of movies, and I did not see that happening, so
Yeah, right.
I was pretty excited about it.
Yeah, it was overall it was awesome. I think the big thing with him as the villain, Michael B. Jordan, was he's one of the few villains, even in Marvel movies, that has really great reasoning behind the choices he's making.
Exactly. And that was the weird thing. And I said it last week a little bit, where I was just like, you were rooting for him almost to kind of win.
Yeah.
And then they threw in the perfect amount of, oh, but he's a little cray cray.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's right. Why he probably is not going to win and shouldn't.
Yeah. And like you said, rooting for him, there's kind of some empathy there. And, you know, what he's doing, he definitely thinks what he's doing is the best thing to do for the right reasons. And you get that, which was really cool. And it was really cool just to see him as a villain too, you know, just based on seeing all his other different roles. He was also a welcome addition. And again, it's kind of a bummer that both of the villains in this movie I really enjoyed, and neither of them are, you know, unless there's some Infinity Stone craziness going on, we're not going to see either of those guys again.
I mean, it is comic books. People can come back.
Yes, definitely.
You know, it's never, but,
definitely.
But yeah, you're right. They both died. And I think just with the way Black Panther is and how great of a movie it was, I don't foresee them coming back.
Yeah.
Anytime soon. So
another one. How did you feel about the guy that was in kind of the ape tribe in the mountains, M'Baku?
Oh yeah, he was freaking hysterical. I love him.
I think I saw in an interview that that's one of his first movie roles.
Oh really? He did a great job.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was definitely awesome. He had this same kind of arrogance going on, but you know, he couldn't be too arrogant about things, but he was more than willing to like lord certain details over them. Right. You know, the fact that he was like, oh, by the way, we found T'Challa like in the river or whatever.
Oh yeah, by the way.
I'll let him take
the guy you think's dead. He's right now.
And so there was like this, like there was this interesting character thing of like, okay, he'll hold that over them forever, but also he knew he wasn't the best guy to drink the Black Panther stuff.
Right.
And was like, just give it to him, you know? So it was, I really liked his character too.
What was your least favorite part about the movie? Let's say something negative.
The rhinoceroses.
Oh, the CG?
The CG, yeah. So there was two parts of CG I was not a fan of.
And that's it. That's the one that I'd probably say that. Okay, I want to hear your second part because I thought the CG was amazing in the movie, but I do agree with you about the rhinoceros. And
the biggest part, definitely the rhinoceroses, just because they were supposed to be a major plot device in that fight at the end with the few tribes warring against the what is it, Dorje Malaj or whatever.
Right.
But the other CG shot that I had a problem with, and I'm really, really, really picky for sure. You probably are too, but the first time when he's doing the King trial thing, where people challenge them, there's this shot that like, it just kind of, it's just like a tilt up of revealing all these people on the side of the mountain or something.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And the perspectives of the people are just not right. They're just
super fake. I also remember thinking when I was watching that, like, and this is why I'm a little so critical, but how did those people get there? Like they're all just in boats, and now they're magically on different layers of rock, but there's no entrances.
That was a cool set piece. Other than that, it was a cool set piece for that, to have them fighting, and it's on the edge of this waterfall cliff, and
Mine was, and you won't be able to relate this too much because you don't watch the TV show This Is Us.
Oh, okay.
But the actor from This Is Us, Sterling Brown, plays the original Black Panther's brother. Like a secret, undercover agent in Los Angeles. I guess
he plays the young. Oh, the brother. Yeah.
Yeah, who gets killed? He's the whole reason. Michael B. Jordan's dad.
Is he the one hosting Saturday Night Live coming up?
Probably. I don't pay too much attention to Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
but
surprised.
that's
He plays this like real street, gang member, trying to do some kind of like money bust or something like that. And in the first scene in the movie before he gets killed.
Yeah,
and he just does. I've never seen the actor before This Is Us, and This Is Us. He plays such a straight edge, upper class father who's like the perfect dad.
So you're like, but he just you know him too much as that.
Yeah. Right. And I'm just like, it was just poor casting because like the role that he's currently, and it's not like it's a small role or TV show that everybody watches. Like the show is probably the most popular show on TV right now. Everyone watches it, and that's the character he plays. And you're setting him, maybe he's trying to be different right now to like step out, but it wasn't believable at all to me. I kept looking and be like, yo, where's your kids? Go put them in bed.
Right. I did like the casting of the guy that was like young Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
That was really good. Though, so there is one sequence I'll say that I could have done without completely, and that is the very, very, very first scene, which is a historical retelling of the history of Wakanda. And
oh no,
he's unmuting. No, this is fine. It's the first scene. He'll be fine. It's like a retelling of Wakanda. It didn't need to be there. It didn't, because it kind of takes away from the third scene of the movie where it's the reveal of like, here's Wakanda. Well, we already saw Wakanda in a
right. It was a lot of filler, but they had to do it because if it wasn't if it wasn't in that scene, if it wasn't an opening scene, portrayed like that as like a narrative entering the story, it would have been an annoying monologue that one person had to say.
Yeah, I guess
it would have been a horrible acting point. So like that, I kind of agree with the fact that it was in there, and I didn't like the way they did it, but I think that was the only option.
Yeah, and I'll say I understand why there was an opening story.
No one knows the origin story.
Yes,
of have to. It's not like Batman, Batman or Spider-Man. But we're getting the wrap-up symbol from Ben. So
he's making our mics disappear into the floor as the music plays, and well, we just like to thank our moms and our dads. And
shockingly, I just want to say that over the last 10 minutes, I have agreed with everything that Frankie says. Somehow.
What?
Right.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Well, the Oscars are next week, and that was our review of Black Panther. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of our picks. Let us know how wrong we were as you watch the Oscars. Frankie, where can people connect with us?
You can follow us on Twitter at 3CriticsPod. Go to the Facebook page, give us a like. You get all of our updates every single week. You'll be able to comment on all of our posts and let us know what you think about everything. Facebook.com/IncredibleCritics. And then it's a huge help if you guys go into your iTunes, click subscribe, leave a comment, or at least just give us a rating. Helps us get up there and get out to more people.
Until next week, we're the Incredible Critics.
Booyah.
I'm the best, man.
I did it.
That was good. I have no idea how long that was.
I don't know either. It was probably a little long. I think it was
a little long. That's fine. So, but here's the thing: you can't cut out any of the Black Panther spoiler because you don't want to listen to it at all.
Right.
We didn't spoil too much. I think the major spoilers are right at the beginning. So
we spoiled a lot, though.
Snape killed Dumbledore.
The whole thing. I mean, the whole movie was spoiled, but that's fine. That's fine.
It'll be fine. A little bit longer won't hurt anybody.
I will say though.
Oh wow, you got loud out of nowhere.
God,
me?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, you just yelled at me.
Am I still loud?
No, you're fine.
No, you're good.
That was weird. Well, at least it didn't happen during the show, right?
There we go.
I was gonna say, I thought the funniest guy in the movie is definitely Andy Serkis as Ulysses Claw.
Good
I think he's got the best jokes. That's all.
The best jokes.
Which one? Who was Ulysses Claw?
Andy Serkis Claw.
You know,
Andy Serkis from Golem.
Go.
I literally listed it during the spoiler part, and you were like, I didn't even realize it was him. No, you didn't even realize.
No, I didn't know that it was. I didn't realize that was Gollum at all until you said it. That's why I said that. Like, I didn't know that was him, and I forgot that his name was Ulysses. I thought he was just Claw. I don't know, man. I don't know. It took us.
They can't see you making fun of me, Brittany. They can't see you making fun of me.
Say it to our face. Say it to our face.
Yeah, say it to Ben's face.
They're making fun of Tim. I loved what is it, Shuri, the sister? I thought she was the best part.
Yeah, she was funny. She was funny.
Yeah, she was funny. I remember that.
She had a line
that thing she said that I laughed a lot at. It was
she had a line near the beginning that I wasn't a fan of, but I understand 100% why it was in the movie, and I'm fine, and I'll be fine.
What? Hands up, don't shoot.
Why are you giving that away, bro? Not that.
That'll be edited out.
All right. We did it.